Dude. Man, did you check out that new Rayman game? God, bro. That thing was awesome. I give it like a B, man.
Now, especially like when you're rich now.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about Rayman Legends, everybody. The latest in the Rayman series, which, fuck if I know where that takes place.
It is the fifth main title in the Rayman series.
Is it? Alright.
Yeah.
Wow.
First of all, we have Nick Squid, who both have played this game, so yay! We get actually more than sometimes just me doing a review, or me and Nicky G. We're missing is Dustin. If only he actually played video games.
Or did reviews.
Or, I actually looked how far he got in Dragon's Crown. Second level.
So as far as we got.
Yeah, actually, no, we got further. Anyways, off topic. Alright, we're talking about Rayman, our latest in Rayman series, made by Ubisoft, and which Ubisoft is it, Nick? You know?
Montreal.
Which one? Nicky G?
Oh.
Oh, you don't know?
But it's, they're both basically developed and published by Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft,
Montreal?
Nope, it's...
Singapore.
Nope. We'll just basically call it
Ubisoft.
Just
yeah, one of the many hundred Ubisoft ones out there. Yeah. It's made and developed by, it's developed and published by Ubisoft, which, it's fine. That's kind of their Mario in a way,
Yeah, all five of them.
Oh God. Okay, before we get into this game, have any of you guys played a Rayman game before?
Yes.
Which ones have you played?
Rayman,
the original.
Yeah, PS1.
Was the PS1 version like what we played?
Yeah, except you played as just Rayman.
Well, yeah. Played just Rayman. Was it side-scrolling craziness the whole time?
It was side-scrolling. I remember a jungle.
Okay, so I've seen some things of Rayman 3 and stuff where it's like 3D, and that's when they're trying to jump on the bandwagon of 3D platforming. I've honestly only played Rayman Origins, which honestly is a better game than this, I'm not gonna lie. It had more crazy and more big titty, princesses. Yeah, it was weird, dude. You'd be playing this kid's game, and then you free this princess, and she's busty in every way.
Like bimbo busty?
Yeah, bimbo busty. She had these big old tatas, and then the thighs, and I was like, how is this a kid's game? And apparently that was a big deal for parents who bought that for their kids. Who would have imagined?
I mean, it's not that bad.
I mean, they were only in a bikini and stuff, so it wasn't like they weren't wearing a thong, but they were scantily dressed. Let's put it that way.
Scantily for a kid's game.
For a kid's game, yeah. Rayman's weird. It's like, is it a kid's game or is it a game for stoners? What is it?
Probably just both.
Yeah. Nicky G, which one have you played any of Rayman before this?
I have. I only have vague memories of it. It's whichever one had a pirate ship in it when you first started off.
Oh, fuck if I know. Alright, so I'm gonna put this in quotes. The story of this game is, Rayman is a lazy hero, and apparently he sleeps all day. And he was sleeping for the longest time, and during his sleeping, him and Glowbox, the retarded looking dude, they were sleeping, the heroes, and all these villain creature things took over those big-nosed teenies.
The Hong Kongs?
Yeah, Hong Kongs. Yeah, they captured all of them, apparently. And, Rayman wakes up because the big teeth frog asshole decides to slap him awake and say, hey.
Murphy. That's his name.
What's his name?
Murphy.
Murphy? Is that seriously his name, Murphy?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know he had a name.
And the evil creatures are called, Bubble Dreamer Nightmares.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're called Dreamer Nightmares, and then, what was weird is this one actually had in the beginning, someone talking. That big old frog dude that was smoking the hookah. Yeah, he actually was speaking English, which is weird.
I don't think that was hookah.
Whatever. He might as well have been shooting up heroin with what we saw.
I was gonna say, it was probably like opium.
Yeah. I mean, that dude was he hangs out.
Peyote. Let's say it was peyote.
Okay, so so this game, side-scrolling, kind of like Sonic meets Mario type thing, where sometimes you have to go fast, and other times you just have to, collect lums, which is the main objective of this game, collect lums.
Unless you're playing co-op, in which case you just try to screw each other over.
God. And like a Mario game, when you play co-op, the game is extremely hard. But it's way more fun.
Well, I mean, older Marios, when you play co-op, it's just you take turns.
True. Older Marios, it was just like, oh, you died, my turn, your turn, my turn. You didn't play this co-op at all, did you, Nicky G?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I have to say though, I played quite a bit of this game. I didn't get to beat it because this is one of those games that tries me in more ways than one. It tries my patience because it's one of those things where you died, start over. And instant checkpoints, which I appreciate, instant checkpoints. But it's just one of those things where I don't really like that trial error sometimes where you just die, because your reflexes aren't quick enough. And that's really how this game is. Like,
if you will see during our playthrough video,
yeah,
you had some pretty quick reflexes at some points.
Oh, I played those. I played those levels before. That's why it was a little bit better. That level that I just threw us into the beginning, the first one we did, that's basically where I was at in the game, and it's hard. And it's just like, oh, fuck you, player one, and that's literally what they kind of do sometimes. They'll be sitting there like, oh, you want to get that guy? Oh, guess what? You gotta jump all around, avoid these spikes, while this guy's gonna be shooting fireballs at you, and then you have a split second to just slap him, reach, and just, and wake him up, free him. And if you fail after you free him, and it's not before the checkpoint, you have to do it again. And that right there kind of started drying my patience.
At that point, he's like, alright, screw it, he's staying in the cage.
I actually did that. So you get to free these king teenies and the queen teenie, which you free them quite often.
What about the martinis?
No, those are the end ones. You get that at the end when you win. When you free them, you have to go, they're hidden in doors, and you go in them, and then you have to do like a little side level to free them. I got to the point where I just do it 3 times. If I failed after 3 times, I'd say, fuck it, they're done. No, screw them. I don't care. They're one. I need 700 of these things. And that's also really discouraging people.
There's 700?
You have to save 700. Now, I don't know if that's just to beat the game, or if that's for completionists. I don't know. In Rayman Origins, you had to collect a lot of lums, or pink dudes, little pink dudes with like a ponytail on top of their head. You had to collect a lot of them just to continue to the second half of the game, and right there is when I said, fuck you game, I'm not playing this collection shit. This game seems like it's very similar to that. I don't know. What's your thoughts of this game, both of you two, right now? Meh. Okay. We got a meh.
The most thing, I think it's just kind of fun. It's a fun platformer, but I mean, I went with you on the same boat with the collection thing. I mean, I don't mind grinding in most games, but for this, it's just, it's something I'm not really going to go back to a whole lot just to grind over and over in the same level.
I'd say it was worth playing for free at your house.
Yeah.
I would not have played by myself, and I definitely would not have paid to play it.
Oh, yeah. Thank God for GameFly, that's all I can say. Also, if you have a kid, though, this is perfect. Because, you know what this is? This is the fucking Lego games, where they have, like, over 700,000, like, Lego pieces you need to get. And, actually, way more than that, even. Like, each level has, like 1 million Lego pieces, and if you're a little kid, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna collect them all. And this would be perfect. But if you have better shit to do, like anything, you're not going to want to do that. You're going to be wanting like, oh god, 700? You seriously, guys? You really want me to put that amount of time into this?
Yeah.
No. This is a side-scrolling something you do when you have a friend over. Like I said, it's fun with somebody else because it's just like, you can dick around, have a few beers, just have a blast with that game.
It's kind of like Peggle.
Yeah, a lot like Peggle, a little bit, more depth than Peggle. But
I'm not saying it's not the same story, but Peggle is really fun with someone else. Kind of boring by yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're playing with a friend, it's the most entertaining thing in the world.
You mentioned Peggle, and that's odd that that makes me think of this, but this game, it got one thing that I liked with the Rayman Origins, and that was alright, Nicky G, have you seen any gameplay of Rayman Origins?
Yes.
Okay, do you know of the Lum King?
Yes, I do.
Okay, alright, people, side note, with the Rayman Origins, when you collect the Lum King, all the little yellow dudes sit there, start singing, la, 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 and they do that for like 30 seconds or whatever. And this game got rid of that. It got rid of that song, and I felt like a little kid every time I got that. I was like, yay! Because it's just something that, it just lightens the mood up. When you're just, you're getting pissed off, you're like, god damn it, and then la, 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 you're like, yes, yes! That made me happy. And then after that, This game also has, at the end of each area, because you have areas, you got the Toad Teeny, you got that. My favorite fucking song, guys, was the weird instrumental version they did of The Eye of the Tiger. It was an instrumental version with, it's like a mariachi version of Eye of the Tiger. It was the fucking best. They had that, Black Betty, those are the ones I can remember. Yeah, but they were actually doing because they speak English, so they're going like, and every time it was the best. I don't know, Nicky G, you played more of this game than, of course, Nick here. Did you get to those points? Did you like those parts?
I did. I mean, even for most of the game, I even liked, just the background stuff, the background soundtrack, but, we get to those points specifically, it was just a lot of fun. They put this, that stupid grin on my face.
This game does. Alright, now I do have a little bit of big problem with this game, and it's a big, big fucking problem. So, for people who may not keep up on this, like, why would you? This game was meant to be out for the Wii U only. This was going to be a Wii only, and that little frog asshole was supposed to be on the tablet, You're like, somebody plays as the frog asshole, and he can munch on cake, or do whatever, open doors, do whatever he does. No one else had control over him, but whoever had the tablet. Oh, they port this over they just made it available for everything. But instead of just not having him, because they would have to redesign levels if they didn't have him in certain levels, because a good amount of the levels have that asshole in there. You press B, and one level in particular, it drove me out the fucking wall. It's a level where he has to eat cake, and the cake with Wolverine's DNA that just fucking regenerates. And holy crap, because you can't tell him where to eat the cake. He just goes in circles sometimes, and you're trying to time where he eats cake. It can sometimes be the biggest fucking pain in the ass to try to use him, and it drove me up the wall. I would get mad at him. I'd be cussing him out and be like, you little toad motherfucker, you're useless, I swear to God I'm gonna kill you and eat your legs. I was getting angry, legit, fucking angry every time I had to play as him. I hated those points. I loathed those points.
And to give you guys an idea, the cake, if the cake starts growing and you're trapped inside of it, you're dead. And sometimes, the cake would even have rock candy on it, spikes, so if you jump on it, you're dead.
Would you say, they say the cake has spikes on it, how this dude's just eating it? I'm like, well, apparently they're not that sharp if he's just chowing down on them.
Unless, that's just what he is. He just eats.
He's, you saw the little frog dude. I don't know how he fills his stomach like that.
No, because he's not very big.
No, he's smaller than Rayman. Rayman's not that big. For the most part, honestly, we've said over and over, Cup is the way to go. Because when you watch our play times are out by the time this is out anyways, it really turns into it just turned into me and Nick just dicking each other over the entire time.
And when we had to, it was, one person stays on the safe platform, presses B to move the frog, so the other person can get across, and once they're safe, they press B for the other player.
It makes it easier. It does make it easier, because also you don't have to, if you died in Rayman by yourself, you just, turn into a little bubble, pop. When you're playing co-op, you turn in a little bubble, you're like, oh buddy, don't die, and you're just like, or as Nick kept saying,
nah, you're just not the same guy.
He kept quoting a fatter version of Cartman from South Park, of course. And then, of course, there's that one point where, there's a point in the game, certain levels will have you turn into tiny Rayman and tiny, whoever else you're playing as. And Nick kept being freaking a meatwad.
I didn't mean to be meatwad, I was just trying to say tiny.
Yeah, he basically was meatwad for whatever freaking reason.
Oh, bro, that's not nice.
And he does a good one, so I can't even get mad at him. It's not like he was doing a horrible meatwad and you're just like, dude, just stop, No, he was doing a good one, so I was just like, screw it, we're gonna keep recording, whatever.
Did that even come out good?
I don't know.
I guess you'll find out.
Yeah. I shouldn't say that, being that this is come out later. Yes, of course it did. It came out perfect. Nicky G, do you have any major problems with this game?
Not really. I guess naturally it'd be slower for me because, I'd get killed a lot and I wouldn't have the partner to pop me out of the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, no. I know it is what it is. Just a, fun platform. And this is basically your babysitter game if you ever had one. You got 160 levels. 4 of them are just remastered ones from Rayman Origins. So I mean, that's gonna keep the kids nice and busy.
I completely agree with that. I am with you on that. But the thing is, like, Nick, I'm surprised you didn't like it as more than what you did, because you're a fan of Sonic. You're a fan of the fast pace, like, oh, you didn't see that spike there? Do it again. That stresses me the hell out. And I'm not gonna knock the game for that.
It stresses me out sometimes when I have to do it over and over, but once I know it's there, I'm like, okay, now I gotta jump.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, when I'm playing Rayman and I die the first time, I'm like, oh, I didn't see that. 8th time, I start really get pissed. I start like start sweating, just like I don't have the reflexes. I don't have the reflexes. I just don't have the. I can't. They want you to move at like 0.1 second. Like, oh, you make the decision. Sometimes it's not as bad as Sonic, where Sonic is like that all the time. This has occasional times where you're like sliding or you're on butter or something, and it's just like, oh, by the way, spikes, and you're like, whoa, okay. Anything else you guys want to add?
Don't buy this game.
Okay. Nicky G, anything else you want to add?
Nope, I think we've covered just about everything.
Alright, awesome. Let's get into final ratings. Nick, do you want to give a rating?
C-.
C- for Nick. Nicky G, you want to give a rating? Or, yeah, Nicky G, you give a rating, not if you want to.
I'll give it a C+.
C+. You know what? I'm just going to be that middle guy. I'm just going to give a C. It's not my cup of tea, but I can see how people can have massive enjoyment in this. So yeah, I'll give it a regular C. So yeah, this is a C game if you ever seen one. Yeah. So that's Rayman Origins. You want to watch our videos without ads, and let us know what you think of Rayman Legends. Yeah, caught myself. Rayman Legends. You want to play this game, or you want to slap my computer with your controller?
Yeah. That gotcha.
Go to bloodyscreen.wibbly.com. Let us know what you think of this, and let us just know what you think of Rayman. That is it, everybody. Good night.